Okay, she puts it on.
Middle finger. She starts flipping people off.
Look, guys, I got this ring. Look.
It is made of hardened magma, and there are minuscule cracks that have formed along its surface, and a warm orange light spills out from these cracks.
Kaylin's jealous now.
You are
No,
toasty warm.
I'm just really like shocked, and I'm not angry. I'm just like,
Would
oh, okay.
You were digging?
Okay.
Amy.
Yes.
The ring has 6 charges. While attuned to the ring, you can expend one of these charges to cast the spell Conjure Minor Elementals, which allows you to summon 4 Magma Melfits or 4 Magmins. Or Fire Shield. When you use up the 6 charges, they're used up.
Yes.
You can't use spellcasting with it anymore, but it retains its ability to change size.
Okay.
That's a shame, though. That is a shame. Oh, are we back? Are they back?
We are back.
We're back.
Oh, okay then.
Briar.
And it's all gone quiet.
Yes.
Briar.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Me, I'm fine.
I look at the ring and I figure, what did it happen? What happened?
It just shrunk.
Interesting.
Anything else you want to report about? We want to report about it?
Well, the thing is, at least it's gonna be easier to handle, right?
Yeah, of course.
We need people digging a hole!
Come and help us!
Come
Come on! Dig the hole!
Well, I'm sorry. You always keep calling me the little one, so I think the little one should sit here and let the grown-ups do it.
Oh, if that's what we're doing, it's like going to next to Briar.
Well, if you see anything shiny, just let us know.
All right.
That one wasn't shiny.
Alright, so, how long does it take us to find the actual object? What happens?
Another hour or so passes.
Jesus Christ!
Magic.
Jesus Christ, this like, is this in the Underdark?
Guys, these guys are getting sick and tired of my singing, okay?
How are these people gonna get? How are these guys gonna get out of the hole they've dug?
And Briar, by this point it's past midnight. Can you remove another from your maximum HPs?
Oh,
You just hear Briar just do a little. There you go. Oh shit! I did it again. God damn it.
What? Just
Too many
remove-
HPs.
What? Do you want me to remove one?
No, just Briar.
Oh,
Alright.
just Brian. Oh,
So she just coughs a tiny bit.
okay.
And you find at the bottom of this very deep hole.
I stand at the edge and go, you guys alright down there?
Down there, down there.
oh, with the echo thingy. Hang on, let me. Got it.
Oh, this is the echo. Yeah.
There is a 14-foot long bone club.
14. Oh, for fuck's sake!
What?
The
You need help getting that out of there!
Yeah, we'll try.
the end of this giant, what you can only assume to be thigh bone.
I found it.
Is wrapped in old leather.
What is this thing doing here?
It's a giant club.
Alright.
Briar
Who's
comes
strong
over.
enough? I'm gonna pick it up and start climbing out.
How?
Yeah, it's a giant club.
It's 250 pounds.
Can I fly? Can I try and drag and fly it out?
You still don't have any spell slots.
Can you
Wait,
use your?
oh, can I?
Can we teleport it?
Can't even dimension door it, can I?
Can you dimension door it?
I don't think I need a rest.
I've got something.
What you got?
Oh, yeah.
It's called it's rope trick. It has like an extra dimensional thing that appears in the sky. We can shove it in there.
You actually have that?
Do you?
Yes.
Oh,
It's
okay,
right. Let me.
that's-
The extra right. I touch rope, which I have. One end of the rope then rises into the air until the whole rope hangs perpendicular to the ground. At the upper end of the rope, an invisible entrance opens to an extra dimensional space that lasts until the spell ends, which is a day, I believe.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Which is an hour.
Yeah, it says it. Oh no, it doesn't. It says innate 1 day. The extra dimensional space can be reached by climbing to the top of the rope. La 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 la. Oh, so we need to still get up there.
We
in order
need,
to
we need
do
to
it.
get it up there.
Ugh.
What if
Are you able to pull him off again?
I'm out of spell slots? I
Yeah,
could turn into
right.
I could turn into like a stronger animal and try and drag it out.
But we can't because we're in a
Alright,
hole.
I've got an idea. How
The librarian wanders over with a vial of black oily fluid.
Ew.
Well, what are you guys doing over here?
We're trying to get a giant club out of this hole.
We're in the
Oh.
hole.
Yeah, we're having a bit of trouble here.
Your friend... That's an impressive hole.
I know, right?
Thank you. It took us 3 hours to dig out.
4
That's a
hours.
That's
4
a point.
hours.
That's a point.
4 hours.
That's what you said. It's night time, didn't you, John?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking around to see if I can see any giant ravens.
You don't care about the hole. You don't care about it.
Ben Twitch just realised the time of day.
Well, gosh, let me have a look. He flicks through his book, and he jumps down the hole. You don't see any giant ravens.
Damn it!
Um,
Ben Twitch goes and sulks in the warm bit.
the librarian climbs down the hole with the vial and his book.
Starts reading you all a story.
And says a few magical words and touches the club. Well, isn't that simple? One of you needs to attune to this.
I'll try and do it.
I think it should be a man that should do this with bravery and religion.
You're kidding me, right?
Probably someone who can
Be a
use a
man.
club would be useful.
Can any of you use a club?
No.
I can.
But I would love
Yeah,
to.
the dwarf can.
I can.
So can I.
Back off.
I
I have religion on my side.
I don't want it, so you can have it.
Me and Jaghol try and do it.
Let's do this.
Well, I
then.
mean, only one of you can attune to it. The rest of us should go and wait in the warm hut.
Right,
Far away from wherever's going to happen.
Kaylin, we should do this the respectful, religious way. Rock, paper, scissors. go.
I was thinking that.
All the
Alright,
parchment
that's
shears,
okay.
you mean?
Yeah,
Alright.
boulder parchment shears, come on.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Right,
Okay, I'm gonna flip a coin. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get one of my gold coins out of my pocket. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails.
I mean, you could have just done a D2 on the chat.
Yeah. One
Yeah,
or
hang
two.
on.
I don't know this. I'm a noob.
One or two.
One or two.
No,
go.
make it 3. So whoever gets the highest, no, it's be roll 1d10, and whoever gets the highest wins.
You can do. You can roll a D2.
Roll D2, look.
I got 1.
Oh wait, I forgot to add that.
No, it's like a heads or tails thing.
You call it. You call the damn thing. One of you pick one. One of you pick two.
Can,
Okay.
I got 1 anyway.
I pick two.
So Jaghol picks two.
I pick two. Tanny picks one. 3 if it goes in the middle. It's
1.
stuck in the mud.
One.
One. There you go then.
Okay,
Right.
let's give it a go.
It's all yours.
Right, I place my hand onto it and attune to it, I guess.
And it takes... Oh, he said religion twice.
I did say religion twice.
Congratulations! That's 51 on the religion counter.
Holy
Yes!
snap.
And Maddie is upset because she left her book with the religion count at home and she's at her grandparents'.
We're gonna say religion along a lot.
Kaelin, you rest your hand on the club and you spend about 10-15 minutes concentrating on it and taking it in.
Jaghol just sulking like that. Just,
And Yaghol's just stood next to you with a grumpy dwarf face.
I just want a club.
I'm just all nice and comfy in the warm. So
Lathander betrayed me.
And at the end of the 10 minutes, the club shrinks until it is a size that you can wield.
Perfect.
You just see Kaelin just swinging it, just giving me a smug look.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Karen just looks like.
And you can feel the magical properties of the club now, as well as the standard damage done by a great club. Whenever this is used to attack a dragon, it deals an extra 2d8 bludgeoning damage. Any creature of the dragon type. This is a 250-pound, or was a 250-pound, 14-foot long red dragon thigh bone fashioned into a club.
everyone else is just like.
I am so blessed.
Hashtag
I'm
blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Hashtag Kaelin's blessed, guys. Put it down in the chat.
Everyone,
Hashtag Kaelin's blessed.
everyone's left you in the hole.
I'm like, oh, okay. Can I fly out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Boink. Alright, should we all, like, go get some rest now? Cause
Let's do that.
Long rest.
Well, before you guys go,
He's gone West Country.
Yes, gonna say.
a little bit.
before you guys go.
Before you guys go, Jaghol, this is for you. It's a concoction called Hunter's Bane.
Hunter's Bane.
It'll help you control your baser instincts.
I see.
It'll allow you to do the things that Bisman can do. Mr. Grath.
He's just... Is he still sleeping? Lazy bastard.
It-
Whatever.
I'm not
I-
bad.
Can I just, like, flick his nose? Better wake up, buddy. Don't need you here. You need a help.
I appreciate your kindness, Big Bear. Now, let me hand over that drink.
Wait, but what if he runs out?
It's a one-time deal.
If you survive drinking it, then you're fine.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, that's basically what he
the
says.
ritual from-
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I shift away.
Do it.
Chug it, chug it, chug it.
Down in one.
And he hands you this vial that is filled with a thick, oily, black liquid.
Jaghol just
That's gonna be
takes it
daddy.
over, says thank you to him,
Come on, Juggalo, drink it.
and I'm just gonna swish it round and then just go blah, 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 blah. and then slam it on the table.
What table?
Not bad.
No,
Make-
my brother, my drunken brother.
Congratulations.
What's going on?
You
Go
are now
away!
Great Warden.
Make me a Constitution saving throw.
What, me?
Yes.
Yeah, you.
Sorry, my little brother's just come in and he's drunk. What's going on?
Who you playing? D&D. You play D&D?
Yeah, we're playing D&D, man.
Bloodhound.
Oh,
What's the effects of the?
guys, I love you. Go away.
Okay. I go
was
to
it-
Comic Con.
Was it a good party, yeah?
Yeah.
This thing is causing him to hallucinate.
Just Yagol's friends on the sesh. Come in.
I'll talk to you guys later, yeah?
Play D&D. I love you. Yeah.
Where we come up with John, it's got to follow that now.
Go on. Roll the Constitution save.
I am.
Whatever happens, it can't be any worse than that.
Yeah.
It can be, because he rolled a
You rolled
disadvantage
a
again.
disadvantage again.
It just does it automatically.
Well, it's still
Why are you doing that?
You've got
I
to
don't
set
know.
on
I'm
your
just
character
pressing it. And it.
There's a button at the top that tells you if you're at disadvantage. or
Yeah, you're set to disadvantage. Set it to normal.
Oh, there you go. Okay, alright, there you go.
There we go.
You drink down. Oh, and Sean and Maddie say hello to your drunk brother, by the way.
not.
They just came back from like a reggae party, so.
Reggae pie.
You drink this down, and it coats the inside of your throat, and you can feel it burning all the way down.
And they explode.
You die horribly. Painfully.
No,
And it's
Screaming.
it's
that was
not
awful.
it's not a pleasant taste.
Ugh. That's not something I've drunk before. But
No, it wouldn't be.
Liquefied.
I've drunk the whole thing.
If you drink it a second time, oh dear. Don't do that.
Yeah.
What?
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Don't drink it a second time. Don't drink Hunter's
Down in
Bane
one.
again.
Down in one.
Hang on. I just downed it in one.
Yeah.
I think I just downed it in one.
You have downed the entire vial.
I downed the whole thing.
Oops.
That's
What have I
fine.
done? I just show him the. I just shake the empty.
He'll take his vial back again.
Yeah. There you go.
Give me some more.
And now
Another.
and now it is time that we part ways. I'm
This is where he says, never drink alcohol again either. Otherwise,
I'm just casually staring at Bismuth.
Yeah, tieflings aren't as nice as I thought they were.
Hey.
well, I can tell you that some tieflings are very nice. Some are a little psychotic, and some are... They're the same as any other person.
I miss you.
yeah.
I secretly say to myself, I missed you.
After all, this is the second tiefling I've met. So, actually, no, third.
So your sample size is currently.
What is this drink gonna do to me? It's burning.
Does anyone have a Gaviscon?
It'll do that for a few hours. Then it will allow you to do things like this. He draws his short sword, and he nicks his side as he draws it, and the sword just bursts into flames.
Aha.
Wait a second.
And then he draws the other short sword, and again, you can see that the way that his scabbards are strapped to his sides, the sharp blade draws along the side of his chest as he draws them. And this one bursts with a lightning.
Ah!
Aha. I like
I
that.
really thought that was Chupa's.
It costs you 1 HP each time you do it, though.
It hurts. But it'll allow you to keep this under control. And he shifts form. And he turns into a large, part wolf, part demon creature.
A half werewolf, half tiefling. That is amazing.
Imagine
you-
that.
You can't cure that.
There are ways of curing it.
Imagine a dwarf and a werewolf, though.
I know. I've been thinking about it all week. Just this little midget thing.
Dwarf and werewolf. It's not gonna be so big. It's just gonna be like a little one.
It's so cute. It's gonna be amazing.
You people should be going.
Caleb actually thought about
Right.
Jaghol being a werewolf and thinking, hang on a second, this guy is not going to be that large. He's going to be really tiny. And then she just burst out laughing.
When it first happens. Rah, 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 rah.
And
It's gonna be like epic, like werewolf in London, like transformation scene, and then it's gonna pan out, and he's gonna be like.
Bisman takes a deep breath and shifts back into his tiefling form and puts his swords away. You should be going. And we should be going, Librarian. Gather your
You may
things.
want to, like, I don't know, sort your voice out.
John, is your voice going to be gone tomorrow?
Your voice is going to be bad.
That's why he wants us to go, so he doesn't have to do it anymore.
Imagine Jaghol as a werewolf is the equivalent of moon. What he says.
Anyway, off we go. Bye.
Bisman stalks out of the lair and...
Thanks for the heat.
You're welcome,
Bye
little
now,
one.
sweetie. Kaylin just says, bye now, sweetie.
And the librarian quickly gathers away his travel alchemy set.
Oh no, he's going to lose. Please tell me he's not going to lose the square. The square's going to go as...
And hurries off with all of the papers that he had to start with.
Now that this has happened, can I ask a very important question?
You can.
What is the moon at this moment?
It's a new moon.
It's a new moon.
No.
You have about a fortnight.
Good.
There's...
Right.
Bye.
Bye. Okay,
Bye, sweetie.
so everyone starts moving.
You return to the airship.
Oh,
Yay.
before we stop moving, Briar just like tugs on Talon's coat thing, saying, "Can I ride on your back, please?"
And I go, sure, why not? Get down to
Hey!
making sure my pockets and stuff are sealed up first.
As far as I'm concerned, she's...
Apart from
Yeah.
one.
I take a little look around to sit dejectedly after not seeing any giant ravens.
I before those guys went, I actually, I appreciated their kindness. I told them let the thunder be with you, and they ignored me, but it's okay.
Let's go.
Because I feel sorry for you. You're welcome to use the club at any... Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we do a high five.
Fenthwick, you turn round and you see the sun's just cresting over the hill.
Oh, fucking hell.
We have not once slept. I bet everyone's asleep, like, really tired, but...
And
Caitlin's
you
like,
just
I
see...
just slept for 2 weeks. I don't know what you're on about.
and I just see...
You just see in the skies above you 7 giant ravens.
Literally, he screams. And then turns into a giant raven and flies back to the ship.
What the... What is up with this guy?
We wasn't gonna leave this area until we saw a crow.
Flies off.
Fenthwick, are you happy?
He's like screeches. Alright, let's get going then, guys.
Let's go. I need a drink.
I need to
Just need
meditate.
sleep.
Where the hell
Yeah,
did I
the
leave
little one
the
needs sleep.
airship?
Where do we park the airship?
Now, where did I park?
There we go.
I land on the gun.
So happy.
Do we get characters as well on this airship?
Pardon?
Do we get characters as well on this airship?
Oh, Talon's not here.
Yeah.
Not here.
No, you don't.
Was that fun?
Right, you tell him.
1
Why is
minute.
everything so grey?
That's
I know the
because
dragon priest is still on
It's
the
night
boat.
time.
Talon's still climbing up the ladder.
Oh, he's so tiny.
I don't know why his default size is half a thing.
John, why is Jaghol upside down?
Oh, he did that to himself.
There you go. I'm just over here, just thinking.
Thank you for the ride.
I hop down off the gun and hop around as a giant.
There's a
I
giant.
quickly check to make sure nothing's been taken.
Oh, you can trust me as far as you can throw me.
Right, I pick her up and throw her over the side.
No. Does Bryce still have
If she takes anything out of my belt, does that count as coming back again 5 seconds later?
Weapons would, yes.
Okay. So if you want to, you can take a dagger from my belt.
Okay. She takes it.
5 seconds later. Pop.
Wow. You're the type of stealther I aspire to be like.
I'm assuming that
Yay!
Uh,
I shall move my thingy like
Oh,
there.
what's up, bird brain?
Can you?
Say the thing. Say the thing. Can you say the thing?
What thing?
What is the thing the raven says?
oh,
Never more. Never more.
I don't think ravens can actually mimic. Well, no, can they?
Let me have a look.
I quit to Brian, so you can keep that jacket for.
No, I don't want to. It's yours.
For some reason, the giant raven links to the giant vulture. There isn't actually different stats for a raven.
Mimicry.
A waving.
Yeah, I can move. You're going because I know that the stats for them are giant vultures. They use the giant vulture thing. But if you're willing, I can do mimicry.
Why doesn't it give me raven?
I found raven. It's in the monster manual. Normal ravens have mimicry.
Then yes, you can mimic simple sounds that it has heard.
Oh my
Yay!
god.
I'm just gonna go down lower deck and just sleep. Or
Hmm.
meditate.
Where are you heading now?
To bed. Good night.
we have 2 relics.
You have 3
There was
relics.
another one. 3 relics now. Oh yes. So how many more relics can we get?
All of them, if we want to.
How many more have we got left?
There's shining. There's shining white, flint rock, grandfather tree, stone stand, 1 stone, Beruna's well, and great worm cavern.
Oh my
Glad somebody
god.
took all that down.
I'm looking at the map.
The map is a handout that you guys all
I
have.
remember plans.
So we
I
were
can remember plans. I just ignore them.
August Mount.
We've already done Morga's Mound. We went to Raven Rock. I know that someone wanted to go to Grandfather Tree because it sounds cool. But then if we're going that way, we might as well go to Shining White, Flint Rock, then Grandfather Tree.
Let's do that.
Let's do that then.
And so the airship...
Technically, we can hit all of them if we so wish to.
Yeah, you can get as many or as few as you desire. Some of
decent
it would be
route.
worthy of trying grabbing.
some of them relate to the same giant, so...
The more that we get, the more we'll know about this giant. So onwards.
Onwards to Shining White.
Go to bed.
I have turned back into a Fenwick.
I'm just still. I'm not tired, but I'm like you guys are like saying to me, "Oh, I do go a bit." I'm just gonna stand here because I need to think about things.
Oh.
I'm just looking over. Just you know.
Mhm.
Well, I'm looking over the edge. See a little bit, you know.
Oh, I forgot about Hush now. I missed him already.
He's probably having a whale of a time. He's probably invited a few friends over to the Eye of the Allfather. Having a like crunking party.
Okay, so it's going to take 33 hours to get to Shining White.
That means character interaction. Woo!
Would you guys like to do any character interaction on the way?
I would love to, yes.
I'd like to do some long rest first.
Yeah,
I want my powers.
Okay.
Oh, long rest.
Can't wait
Clicking
to
that
say.
straight off.
Yeah, you can all take a long rest.
How the fuck do I take a long rest?
Select your character. And then there should be a long rest button.
A long rest.
So,
Look at him.
af-
So
after much sleeping and Fenwick putting his trousers back on.
my health is still saying 45. I don't understand.
Alright, Briar wakes up. Whoosh!
Oh, well.
Boing!
She just shouts out, "Good morning, everyone!"
Someone giving us sugar again.
8 hours pass as you sleep.
Where is she? Oh, there she is.
Yeah. Hey! Morning!
Morning. I'm looking,
Morning.
out into the
Good morning.
into the clouds, the majesty of nature.
Briar's gonna stand and look out.
And the airship flies on.
I think that's about 10 seconds of Final Fantasy V.
Suddenly, there's a big sticker goes up over the fucking stream. Cease and desist.
Wait a second, I'm just being handed a piece of paper. We need to fuck off.
I'm very tempted to go back on the crow's nest because it was cool.
Oh, Jaghol, how you doing?
As a raven.
This is Fenwick. Oh, yeah. Fenwick is going to go up to the crow's nest, climb back up there.
Can Briar stalk him?
Yeah?
I'll go stalk you. She just sees him walking.
You're not
away and
supposed
it's
to
like,
tell him. That's not being stealthy.
Fenwick knows nothing.
Thank you.
We
Sensei."
know.
You see Fenthwick.
I wonder where he's going.
You see Fenthwick climb out onto the balloon and up the rigging on the side.
Can I also stealth follow him?
Would you like to stealth follow him?
Yes, I would love to stealth follow him.
Roll me a stealth roll.
Where's it? I was about to go back to my thing.
Nice.
Are you proud of me, Talon?
Does Talon see you do that?
Yes, I shout stealthily.
Oh no, I should roll perception to see if I saw her do it.
I will also roll perception to see if I notice her following me.
Nope.
Probably not. No.
Nope.
Oh, come on, network.
Senpai did not notice.
Give me this.
Give me
Give me it.
No.
Nope.
Senpai didn't notice you, I'm sorry.
Yes, you did very well wherever you are. Right.
Wherever you are, and whoever said that, and what? Why am I saying these things?
Why am I talking to myself? Yeah, I'm just looking out.
So Fenthwick is stood
into-
looking out of the crow's nest, and Briar, you just crawl up the side of the balloon.
Yeah. She crawls discreetly, like right to the top, and then just goes, "What are you doing?"
Ah, fuck!
Sorry, couldn't resist.
You know, it's very compact up here. It's you know, I could have fallen off and fallen. Well, I wouldn't have fallen to my doom, so I can turn into a bird. But either way, well, entertainment.
Briar hears a voice right behind us saying, "View's not bad from up here, is it?"
Boo.
Yay, little hub.
Talon Talon rolled 26 on his stealth roll to follow you.
See? It's not fun, is it?
Shush. So, I want to ask you something.
Who are we asking? What?
Both of you.
Okay.
You said that there were other people with you before Lady Shinju brought the rest of us here?
Oh, yes.
Yes, there were.
Yes.
We've had quite a few companions over the.
the turnover's been quite high. Yes.
Like who?
We had a dwarf who tried to fight with no armor.
Yeah.
She kind of disappeared.
We had
a
Goliath barbarian who
he fell in love with a illusion of a female barbarian and nearly killed our tiefling. He kind of wandered off.
Yeah, he disappeared really.
We had an elven archer who insisted on turning into stone.
Right.
We had a psychotic tiefling who yeah.
Yeah. And we had this paladin, I think. What was her name again?
Lose.
Thanks.
You just hear an echo from.
She had a haircut. I remember that much. Lost all her hair, then she had a haircut. She's very loud. I remember that much.
You just hear an echo from Xanthol's keep of thanks.
Yeah. I like to think it's more fuck you, Talon!
Oh yeah, I actually like
And
scars.
she kind
In the echoes of the wind, you hear, "Seriously, you guys!"
and she kind of fell in love with an undead psychotic assassin. So, as you do.
No, I'd argue the psychotic assassin.
He was the first time before he died.
I'd argue the undead part, but I'm not there.
Then you got me as well.
He died. He died and he came back. That's to Talon's simple mind. That means he's undead.
Oh.
Have you died yet? Hey, Kaden.
I shoot Talon a very freaking shut it look.
No, it's you know what, you guys are strong and stuff, and I can tell now you're not gonna backstab me or anything, but it's...
John.
Sneaking up behind.
She shows the veins to them. It's... I don't know what happened. Well, I do,
Really.
I was trying to defend the forest and I got attacked.
Oh, that's down on your head, Fenswick.
No.
Well,
That's conversation here. I was joined here. Let's behave, boys.
babe. Well,
Kaelin just
that's
floats
how I-
up behind you all.
Just whoosh.
The sound of a slide whistle.
That's how I met Lady Shinju. She apparently she brought me to the temple, but I was fine. But ever since well, I've been sick. I just not sick, but I've just been coughing a bit, and these marks just won't go away. And well, I'm sure it's nothing. It might be some kind of rabies mutation or something. I mean, I was bitten into quite a lot.
Is it just on your arm in one place?
Yeah.
Have you considered amputation?
Don't do this to me, guys.
I mean, I could, but then I'd lose my job as a ranger.
There is that.
No, but
Just Briar.
it's just I
Fenthwick.
can't afford to go see anyone. Or...
When she shows you it, you notice that it's gone further up her arm since you saw it first.
Yeah.
Not that she knows you've seen it before.
No, but either way.
You know that you've seen it before, and it has now started to spread.
And Besides,
Fenwick, a quick word in private, if I may.
Sure.
As private as you can get on the crow's nest.
I mean, that seems a bit difficult as you've come up here for a private chat and the whole party, except for the dwarf, has climbed the... Fenwick came up here for some alone time and everybody else has gone, well, fuck that, he ain't getting any alone time.
Do you know any way to cure this?
I can't.
From... Like, I'm kind of like shooting looks at Briar and thinking about what I should say here. I don't think...
Sorry, she can't hear us.
Can't hear us, can she? We're all just crammed bastards.
You just look over your shoulder and Briar's just looking up at you.
no,
Yes?
I'm probably speaking to Kaylin. or something.
Yeah, you can speak to me now.
You go speak to Kaden for a bit.
Under my breath, from what I know, no one has been able to cure this. The best clerics in the land have been trying and have failed every time.
Are you aware of this cure?
And I mean, according to the dragon we met in Xanthar's Keep,
Oh yeah.
there are others working on a way to cure it, or stop it, or whatever, but at the moment there's nothing.
And then you hear the Tomb of Annihilation sneezes.
Yeah.
Just enchanted.
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the wind, you hear this deep draconic voice saying, "We're trying, okay?"
I just think quick. Well, maybe they should think about hurrying it up a bit.
And also on the voice, also on the wind, you hear the voice of a small gnome saying, "But we're trying to find the cure, that's us. This is breaking my heart."
We hear the voice of a drunk elf. It's like all those dead dwarves. All I see is dead dwarves.
Dead dwarves. Oh, dwarves. But yes. I mean, we might be able to find some way, possibly, of slowing it, but I don't think if some of the highest clerics of the land have been unable, I don't know if we're going to be.
Yeah, but we don't know what's impossible, though.
Nothing is technically impossible, but we can only try.
Just stay strong, babe. Maddie, stay strong.
All right. Briar says loud enough for them all to hear. She's like, besides, if I cut, because she's been having a conversation with Kaylin. Besides, if I cut off my arm, I won't be able to learn how to write, will I?
Sorry, Kaylin, we're getting every other word from you.
Barely hear you.
Yeah. And she's gone.
Go ahead, Jeff.
What is going on?
A lot of weird mumblings and schmumblings.
All right.
I'm just saying
Well,
something.
Bryce says that basically.
What was this?
So I presume there's technical difficulties. I'm just kind of like sitting in silence.
I'm sitting here quiet. I have no idea what's going on.
Alright.
Sorry, I'm back. I'm kind of breaking up a bit.
Okay. Well, Briar says that basically.
So you're wanting to learn I mean, I know you had difficulty with that book.
I've seen where I live. The authors are quite, successful. People talk to them on the streets and stuff, and they can buy stuff. And I thought I might as well go down that route. And then I realized that I can't read. But Lady Shinji was trying to teach me my ABDs. I'm getting there, I think.
You mean ABCs, darling?
She can't be much. Yeah, she can't be much of a teacher if she's not teaching you about the letter C.
No, it's fine. It's just I've been kind of distracted with, you guys kidnapping me.
We did kidnap her. I just like shuffle through everyone in this very crowded basket, and I just say, I can teach you. I can teach you if you want.
I kind of get the feeling that Kaelin is floating above the basket.
Still 3 people in the basket.
I'm going to climb down the basket.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna go fall down now. Just go back down.
Bye.
No lift.
Bye bye.
Oh,
Wait, you teach me?
Yeah, that's the least I can do for assisting kidnap.
Thanks. But...
Briar, you're so adorable.
No. Shush. Well, okay. Where would we start?
Well, I mean, the obvious place would be the
D&D Nerd Night now becomes educational.
You tell me how to get to Xanathar's Keep.
Today's episode of D&D was brought to you by the letters D and D.
And D. But not C.
Not C.
Maybe, well, I heard that when you write a book, you have to sign it with your names. So maybe my name?
Well, that's better place as any.
Okay. Thank you. She gives him a hug.
I'm once again, cat underarms.
Aww.
I pull out some better place as any, and like Nussle sit down in the basket.
She sits with him.
And I get some parchment out, and I try to teach her to write her name.
Hours pass. No, the T goes up.
There's no T in Briar.
Well, that's where you're going wrong then.
So I'm guessing after a couple of hours she gets the trick.
So it's like this is B, and then first thing, and it's B.
Yes.
B.
Okay. He tries.
And then, for God's sake, my thing's going all horribly wrong.
She's trying to figure out whether she's right-handed or left-handed. Alright. I'll try.
B.
Alright, I'll try.
I'm trying to write, but it's not.
I.
Sorry, I'm going to switch over to the map screen for this.
What the fuck?
And that spells Briar.
And that's Briar.
My name. That's my name. Here, just write down here. There we go.
He's a child!
No, do this!
She writes her name over and over to try and make it look a bit neater. It's very wobbly, but she's getting there.
Make me a dexterity check.
Okay.
Just her or?
Just her.
Just her.
Just me.
So good!
Alright.
Power of positive vibes!
Talon.
He's
Talon?
gone.
Talon?
I'm
Yep.
still here.
Oh, good. Oh, thank God.
Yes.
A few hours pass as they're up in the basket, and you stand with Jaghol, and Briar climbs down, and she runs up to you, and she thrusts into your hands a piece of paper, a piece of parchment, and scrawled in writing that you can make out, but looks kind of like a spider has walked across the page, with a big blot at one end, is the word Briar.
Aww.
I did it!
Aww, well done.
I slowly climb down, and
Ask Francis to teach you how to spell and.
Spelled what?
Testiculophobia.
Okay.
Glossy Northern Hill verification. Bentwick is a proud smile.
Oh yeah, Scar suggests we next teach her to write Torin Vasudhasergiesh.
Well, it is the name of the person who's going to cure her death curse.
Well, the thing is that I had a story in mind.
And Maddie seems to think we care about making her cry.
Yay! Sorry, Maddie. That's the whole point of the stream now. Just
I'm not.
all right. So Briar just goes, "Would you want to know the story idea I had?"
Of course.
Okay. Well,
This cultist is exceptionally interested.
it's about this girl, and she just wakes up and she can't remember anything, and she remembers that she had a family, so it's her quest to try and find a family. But the problem is that I've got that part sorted. I just don't know the ending of it.
Why don't we go find her?
Clean up the smell.
I beg your pardon.
Do you
A
want
robot came in at the end.
Do you want to try pitching that one again, Talon?
Yes. Why don't we go find her?
Type it.
You maybe type it.
You're breaking up something fierce.
Right.
Oh, there you go. Go on, just type it.
Hold on.
Tip, 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 tip.
Why don't we go and find out?
Okay.
Scar says, ending of it, everyone dies. George R.R. Martin would be proud.
God damn it, man.
Well, no. The thing is that normally, because I can't read, but then there are a load of, scribes and stuff, and they go around and they read their stories out to the town. And a lot of them end with the people finding, like, a husband or a wife, and that stuff's icky. So I want a different ending. Something that doesn't follow that.
Well,
She's having flashbacks about her marriage.
Have you been to see the? Have you been to see the Travelling Minstrels and their production of Matilda by any chance?
I said you don't want to get
No.
married.
I'm sure I've heard a similar thing before.
Terry.
what?
What?
I'm having flashbacks to other campaigns.
But no. Briar's, she's a child. She's not interested in that love crap.
Well,
No,
you're right.
Crap.
You're right. All that finding a husband and wife thing is icky. So,
I mean, you said it yourself with your paladin friend. I mean, she sounds like she's having a trip and a half.
Miss Luz.
she had to find her path. But either way, I mean, if we happen upon anything about your parents, we might be able to help with that story.
You're so sweet.
I know what it's like to have certain family missing. So either way,
Horrible. it looks like she's about to say something, and then she's just like, "Nah, that's a silly thought," and then she just walks to the other side of the boat.
And walks away.
I'm just trying to. I'm still here, guys. I'm just being very quiet for obvious reasons.
All right.
Yeah, Yaghol's quietly wandering the ship.
Yeah, just thinking about things.
Are you okay?
Did I make the right decision?
Well, I didn't want you dead.
If it weren't for them two, I just think
Hey,
I'm not. I don't know what to say.
Listen. You bore me with all that religion crap or whatever it is, but I mean, you're not a bad person. I mean, I'd only shoot you with an arrow if you tried to eat me.
Oh, your funny humor always gets the best of me. But I'm just thinking over it maybe too much. It was a big decision to make. I just hope that I'm not any burden between you and the other lot.
No, of course not. Look, they said it yourselves. You can use this to your advantage.
Yes, I can. But I just don't want you guys to get hurt. After all, I am your shield.
What's to say I can't be yours?
Yeah, that's true, little one. You have your ways, especially with that shiny ring of yours.
Yeah, it is shiny.
You never know. But if I ever become feral, promise me one thing.
Mhm.
You tie me up. You make sure that I don't hurt anyone. I might lose my mind. I have never seen any lycanthrope in my travels, but I'm sure we're okay.
I promise, but I'll also promise we'll try and find a cure.
Unfortunately, my cleric skills with thunder are not going to do anything, so hopefully we'll find some.
Yeah, of course. Listen, don't be pessimistic, okay? There's not enough time in life for that. I mean, hey, I got eaten the other week. But when you go through something like that, there's more to worry about, and there's more to look forward to. So just look forward to eating people, okay? that are preferably not us.
Of course not. That's fine. I just give Briar like a little. I rub her head. Just good. Yeah.
Fucking bad.
Here. Here, let's drink. Give me a drink. Let's drink together.
Sure.
You old enough?
Well, we're on a boat. There's no law enforcement. What do you think?
Let's have a drink. That
Okay.
just hear me out.
Briar, can you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yeah.
Let's get in that one again.
Protective.
Fail.
You clink glasses
Fail.
together, you drink heavily, and Briar just...
Oh, she can't handle.
The club.
She can't handle the juniper berry meat. What do I do with her? Help!
I come back. Is she drunk again?
Yes, that was my fault. She just can't handle the meat.
She's passed out, but she looks really happy.
She's just
So I just like pick her up and take her down to
What?
the
So,
room
you
down below.
What?
Talon picks her up and puts her in the hammock.
She just looks. She looks content.
She's utterly pissed.
Maddie says, "Oh shit, now Jaghol is making me cry. I need to give him a hug. Can I just give every member of Storm King's Thunder a freaking hug and a half?"
Yes, please.
Guys, am I getting hugs from everyone?
Maddie.
come over and do it personally. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Maddie, get over here, and you can give us everyone hugs.
Yeah, we're perfectly fine with hugs, but you know you have to pay for your own ticket.